against Alimo, and the variation is +8 -24. Okay, let me just fix the screen right here. Fixed. Alright, and his team is Zoroark, Latios, Dragon Knight, Registeel, Gallade, and Suicune. Interesting team, and all these Pokemon are indeed underrated, and in fact they are pretty good in the OU metagame. So this will be a good battle. Let's see. However, I am unsure about his Zoroark lead. It could be anything. Could be a Gallade actually. That's the most likely Pokemon you would want to delude your opponent of. So I'm gonna go with the Latios, knowing I can do heavy damage to any of his Pokemon except his Registeel. So I'm gonna use Trick, expecting him of switching out to his Registeel. So let's see. Does he switch to Registeel, or stay in and use something like Shadow Sneak on me, which will not do that much. So he's gonna switch out to Registeel, knowing that, and Registeel seems like his Stealth Rock supporter, so he is gonna wanna set up his Stealth Rock, and now he knows that I've sent in my Tyranitar Sandstorm up, and that it could be my it's most likely my Stealth Rock supporter. So I'm gonna set up my Stealth Rock here, as it's gonna give him a good switch to whatever Pokemon he wishes to switch to, probably Gallade or Zoroark hiding under it, as he does right here. So let's see. Yeah, he's most likely gonna go with Crunch now. Now he has Latios, so I want to keep my Tyranitar as I can pursue it. So let's see, what should I do? Well, my Latios can't really do much now because it lost its choice specs, but it still can take on a Gallade. So it is gonna be important for me. So this is a tough situation because I can't safely switch to my Lindoris because he does have Ice Punch, and he could be expecting Latios switch, and he could also be going for Ice Punch there as well. So this is a tough situation. So I have to analyze his team. Let's see. So yeah, Latios is my weakest link, so I'm gonna switch to that. He uses Bulk Up. Now that tells me that it could be a very specially defensive Gallade, and Draco Meteor will not be able to do that much, so it wouldn't be that smart for me to use Draco Meteor and allow him to recover. Okay, this is a tough situation. I'm just gonna use Surf just to see how much it's gonna do, because I know none of his attacks will be able to KO my Latios yet, as he uses Shadow Sneaks. I get a critical hit Surf, which is cool. Okay, that is gonna help me. And Shadow Sneak did 43%, so I'm hoping it does the same again as I use Draco Meteor this time. And no, it did 44% this time, which allowed it to knock my Latios out with just enough power. Dang. Oh well. At least I did get a critical hit Surf, that helped. So I'm gonna go with Lindoris now. It should be able to take out his Gallade with the Sand Force power. So let's see, does he stay in and use something like Shadow Sneak on me? Or will he switch out? And Suicune took the Earthquake very well. Now I don't want to use U-turn yet because I want to keep my Lindoris as a bluff, make him think that it's Choice Scarf. So I'm just gonna switch out to my Rotom W here, because that bluff is gonna help me out later on. He uses Scald and he gets lucky, gets the burn. That is gonna be a problem, because now I can't safely take switch advantages on his Suicune. efficiently. So I'm gonna Vault Switch out, gonna go to my Lendoris, and now use Earthquake. It's gonna do a lot to it if he decides to stay in, or switch out to either his Dragon Knight or Latios, expecting the Earthquake, and he does take the risk, as I could have easily just U-turned out as well. So this time I'm gonna go to my Tyranitar, as it has Pursuit, and that's where I needed my Tyranitar for, against his Latios. And I'm gonna Pursuit his Latios now, and his Latios will be dead. He is most likely gonna switch out because Ice Beam did a lot, so that tells me it is Choice Spect. And unless he wants to go for the hacks with the freeze chance. So yeah, he doesn't. He wants to save it, but I have Pursuit, and I have taken out his Latios. So that's one down. Score is 5-5. Now I don't have a safe switch in right now, but Tyranitar is the least member of the team that I need, so the least important member of my team that I need right now, so I'm gonna stay in. And so he's probably gonna go with Drain Punch here. Yeah, I can't really safely switch out to anything. And now I'm gonna go to my Lendoris, hoping he stays in, because that's gonna help me knock this annoying Gallade out. So Swag is saying thank you, at least someone sees how useful Pursuit on Tyranitar is. And then Duckman says, who doesn't run Pursuit on Tyranitar? Actually, people wish to run Crunch instead, and they also like to use Ice Beam, so Tyranitar is very limited for its move pools. That's why most people do not go for Pursuit and Crunch. So it's very limited. So now I'm gonna, so here I can bluff, and since I am time stalling, he might be thinking that I'm thinking here, but I have Expert Belt, and this is where the bluff is gonna pay off. Watch, Hidden Power Ice, but no, it lives with 1%, but the Sandstorm damage is gonna destroy it. It is gonna kill it, beat it, or whatever the word is. So yeah, as he thought that I was Choice Scarf. Now that he knows that I'm not Choice Scarf, I'm gonna use U-turn. So that's how you can nicely use bluffs in the game to help you a lot. Alright, so I'm gonna switch out to, let's see. I don't want, okay, I have to go to Rotom W. I don't want to take the Scald Burn from any of my other Pokemon. So it's Rotom W or nothing here. And I'm going to take the switch advantage with Volt Switch. Let's see, does he switch out? And I know that Rotom W is going to die out from the next switch in, but I'm going to use it as my Death Fodder, which will allow me to take the switch advantage as well. So that's another smart play on my part. He stays in, as I will switch out to my... he does have Zoroark, which does outspeed my Lendoris at full health. So I don't want to go to that. I'm going to go to my... Zoroark also carries Fire Blast, so that's also going to beat my Scizor. But Scizor is going to do some damage to the Zoroark, and Lucario will be able to finish it off with extreme speed. So yeah, he sends in his Zoroark, and I'm going to weaken it with Bullet Punch, as it does 86, and it also lives at 1%. So this guy's hanging on like by a thread every single hit. Okay, I'm exaggerating too much, but sorry about that. So I'm gonna yeah, I can finish him off with Landoris now. So that's what I'm gonna go for. A Landoris sweep. But I'm not too sure that it's gonna knock out his Registeel, which is at... yeah, no, it will finish off his Registeel. So I'm hoping that I live the Shadow Sneak. I should be able to. I know that I will be able to, because Landorus is bulky. Shadow Sneak, there's no stab to it. It's only 40 base power. Only does 13%. Obviously, it's not gonna do anything on me, and I will win. So that's game. Good game. And my rating right now is 1397. Let's go for one more battle for a 1400 rating. Plus 13 variation. Great. And this guy is using a Sandstorm team with Skarm Bliss and Hexorus. So this will be a tough battle indeed. Unless if I can I'll predict him and stuff, so let's try that. Yep, I'm gonna go with Scizor lead, because that can take advantage, that can actually beat any of his other lead, whichever lead he chooses. So he chooses to lead off with Terrakion, and he's gonna most likely switch out to Skarmory here. And but I'm gonna use let's see, what should I use? Yeah, I don't want to take any risk early game, so I'm going to go with Bullet Punch. Critical hit, but it doesn't matter. Lefty's Skarmory. And let's see, I'm going to switch out to my Rotom W. He does not know that I am choiced yet, because my leftovers recovery is not visible yet. So he takes a risk here. He switches to Landorus. I don't know why. Unless if he knows already that I am choiced from another game. I don't know why he would. So I'm gonna switch out now. Expecting a U-turn, I'm gonna go to Scizor. I have nothing else to lose. Only gain. And he goes to his Skarmory. And here is where I'm gonna use Sword Stance. And he's either gonna Brave Bird me or Whirlwind, as he whirlwinds. Now I'm gonna Volt Switch here. He's not gonna take the risk and go to Landorus this time. He does have Blissey. I do not know why he took that risk. It was a very big risk. And here, my Lucario is gonna be able to blast any of his Pokemon, as his Skarmory is weakened. So let's see what he does. I'm gonna blast anything with close combat. Blast the Landorus. And I'm going to switch to my Rotom W, expecting the Earthquake. And now I'm going to use Volt Switch, because he's most likely Scarfed. And I'm going to take the Switch advantage here, and look at this again. I'm going to blast him again with my close combat. So what is he going to switch to? Nothing will be able to take my close combat nicely. And revenge it with, take it out with extreme speed. So Landorus is gone. One threat gone. 5 remaining. And he is gonna go to Terrakion most likely, cause okay, I guess not. Hopefully close combat does have enough power to take out Skarmory, but he is maxed in his defenses, so uses Whirlwind instead. And now since his Landorus is gone, I can Volt Switch all day long. And he's definitely gonna stay in because his Skarmory is weakened, but I guess not. He doesn't stay in, he switches. Okay, and I'm gonna use this opportunity to lay up my Stealth Rock, which will beat his Skarmory if he decides to. So now he uses Wish, so let's see. What would he wish his wish to safely? He's probably gonna go to Terrakion because that's the most safest play he can do. So I'm gonna switch out to my Scizor, as Scizor is able to take any of his threats. And now I'm gonna use Bullet Punch. It does 88%. If I was Choice Band, I would have been able to take it out, but I'm not. So that sucks, but it's okay because my Rotom W is Choice Carved, but I don't want to take the risk. He could be Choice Carved or Choice Banded. So instead, I'm gonna go to my let's see. Now I'm gonna save my Lucario for priority attack if his Hexorus is Dragon Dance, is a Dragon Dance set. So yeah, I'm gonna use Surf here. Now he's gonna save his Terrakion. He's gonna switch out to his Blissey. Okay, no problemo. This time I can go to my Tyranitar. And I'm gonna use Crunch. Crunch will not be able to do that much, but it will allow me to now safely switch out to my Landorus. And now I have the switch advantage. Landorus will... Yeah, I'm gonna use Earthquake because if he switches to Skarmory, it's gonna die from the Stealth Rock damage. If he stays in, he's gonna take a lot of damage right now after he protects from Earthquake. Or he can also go to Terrakion, use it as Death Fodder. But he's gonna use Skarmory, of course, instead because Terrakion will live from the Stealth Rock damage, as it only takes 6.25% damage from it. And he goes to his Haxorus. Now, this tells me that his Haxorus could be Choice Scarfed, or why else would you go to it? So that's a problem if it is. But he also made a risky play there because I also could be Choice Scarfed. But yeah, I cannot switch safely to anything, so I have to stay in. No, okay. Oh no. Earthquake only did 78% to Haxorus. That's unbelievable. I have Sand Force 78%. Could his Haxorus be bulky? I mean, who uses bulky Haxorus? Maybe this guy. I have no idea, but he used the bulky Haxorus on me. I'm speechless. Let's see. I asked if that is a bulky Haxorus just to confirm. And go to my Latios here. Expecting him of going to his Blissey, but this tells me that his Terrakion must be Choice Scarfed. Or why else would you go to it right now? Should I stay in or switch out? I'm gonna stay in. It's not Choice Scarfed, great. Because even if it was Choice Scarfed and managed to take me out with something like X Scissor, I still have Rotom W, which can trick his Blissey. I have Lucario, which can actually do one more final blow to his Blissey or Tyranitar, so the game is still mine. And this time I'm gonna go to my Rotom Wash and go for the trick stuff. So if I win this battle, I get plus 13. My rating is at 1397, I believe, so that would take me to 1410. And now I'm going to use Trick as he switches to his Tyranitar. It takes the Choice Scarf. Okay, and I'm just going to weaken it with Hydro Pump if he decides to stay in. No, I'm actually going to use Will-O-Wisp. No. I just want to weaken it with Hydro Pump because then my Latios can finish things off. And Crunch plus the Sandstorm damage will be able to beat my Lucario. Okay, he is Choice Scarfed, so I'm going to use Pursuit here. Weaken it a little more. Oh, I forgot. He has spikes up, so my Lucario won't be able to finish him off with the final blow. It has 76 HP. So let's see, what percentage is that? 76 out of 282 is 27%. Yeah, Lucario will be able to come in and give its final blow. So that's good. And I'm gonna go with Crunch here. 30% only. Wish they did a little more, so Sandstorm plus the Crunch would have been able to finish off the Blissey. And yes, I've gotten a special defense drop here. So he can't really do anything now. If even if he stays in, even if he switches out to Tyranitar, he's done for. Okay, so what does he do? Let's see. He stays in. I'm gonna crunch, finish it off. He sends in his Tyranitar. Let's see how much my crunch does to it. If I'm faster, but I'm probably not. I mean, I am not because I tricked him the choice scarf. So yeah, he's gonna go for crunch, and I'm gonna finish it off. That's game. Good game. And my rating right now is 1410. It's looking good. Almost there for my goal of 1600, and yet still far away. Yes, and this episode is over. So yeah, tune in next time on another Pokemon Online Battle Series.